Hello and welcome back to a brand new week here on my channel. My name is Samantha. As you can tell from my face, I only have my brows applied. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is a look, so a get ready with me using all of the brand new Revolution products. There's only two products that I haven't used from the range. One is for my brows. I have used the Revolution Pro, of course, microblading brow pencil, just that, no pomade today. So that's my brows done. And I thought I would do it off camera. We'll probably be here all day if I'm using just a pencil, but actually it applied, and they applied really, really well. The only other product I'm going to be sharing with you out of this collection, it's still Revolution Pro though, is their powder foundation in F4. I'm obsessed with this, and in fact over the weekend and a little bit of last week I have been wearing just this on its own. It's a little bit too warm to wear, you know, a full face of foundation here in the UK or here in Norfolk, so I'm going to be using that today as my foundation. I already have shared with you a look using the Revolution Pro new neutral eyeshadow palette, but I will be using that again today. And I've also shared with you on Friday a lip swatch of all 5 of the new neutral lipsticks that I picked up. I've just got one more to collect. Absolutely love those. So I have got a handful of other products from the range. The first one is the Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Primer. Now, I'm not usually a big fan of primers, but obviously we're now going into summer and I won't be wearing a lot of foundation, obviously, like I've mentioned. So I thought it would be nice to try this underneath. This can be, or can look to start with, a little bit powdery. So I thought to add a little bit of radiance to the skin, I thought I'd try this. Now it says on the back that it gives your skin an instant boost due to the dewy highlighting effect it provides. You can use this alone or under a foundation base. I think this was about £10, $9.99, $10. Obviously all links will be down below for you. Love the packaging, so we're continuing with the gold. Love that. This whole range does give me this luxurious or luxury feel. I really love it. And the packaging itself looks like this, so it's glass. You have this gold lid, and it says Revolution Pro, of course, Goddess Glow Primer on the front. And then turning it over, it says Goddess Glow Primer, highlighting primer that gives skin a luminous glow. Little bit of information, ingredients and all of that. Then it gives you the net weight of 1.01 fluid ounces or 30 ml of product. So I'll just remove the lid. Now I really like this because you've got a pump there. I really like pumps. It gives you just the right amount of product, doesn't it, to use on the face. I'll just give you a little bit of a swatch here. So that's what it comes out like. I won't rub it into the skin too much, but you can just see it there. It's got a little bit of a glowy sheen to it. Of course, it depends on how it applies on the face that counts, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a look at that first of all. Then I've also got this, which is the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer. It contains hyaluronic acid, collagen, antioxidants and peptides, and a net weight of 0.41 ounces or 12 grams of product. Now, I was disappointed with this. I was looking forward to this because crease proof. As you know, I always use the Conceal and Define. This does crease a little bit under the eye, which is fine for me because would I rather have a little bit of creasing and coverage? You know, I've got to weigh up these things, and I could live with a little bit of creasing as long as the coverage was good, which it was. But this is now saying that it's crease proof. But my disappointment came when I went to go and purchase it. First of all, C4, the shade C4, which I always use, is totally missing. It's not even in the listing of shades available. So I had to go for C3, which it says on the website that it's got a neutral finish. If I wanted a pink finish or pink you know, tone to it, then I'd have to go down to C2, which is way too light for me. And then if I went up or deeper I should say, then it's going to be too deep. So C4 is perfect. Not sure why they haven't included that within the collection of shades, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm going to try and do my best and see what I can do. Turning it over, you've got again all of the ingredients, that it's cruelty free. Does it state what this, cruelty free and vegan, the Goddess Glow Primer. So it's always worth me mentioning whether it's cruelty free or vegan. So the first product, cruelty free and vegan. This, however, just cruelty free. I can't remember, was it £6 or £7, something like that. Again, really love the packaging. Also love the fact that you've got the shade here, the shade there, so you know, when you're shopping you know exactly which one to pick up, which I like. And then when you look at the actual product, it's shiny gold. On the website, again, when I was telling you about all of these products on one of my Wednesdays, you know, where I share all of the new releases from Revolution, on the website, not all of these looked shiny, they looked matte, but mine's definitely shiny. So obviously you've got this shiny gold finish there, and it is a tube, you can see that, so a squeezy tube. And it says on the front that it's from Revolution Pro, of course, and that it's an ultimate coverage crease proof concealer. And then the shade is there. So not only do you have the shade, you know, like a band of the shade going all around, but it's got C3 there as well. Turning it over, you've got the net weight and ingredients and all of that good stuff. It does come with a lid that you just unscrew, and as you can see, you've got that there, so you squeeze it out rather than a pump. So let's see what this looks like. Now it does state on the website that a little of this goes a long way, so I've just squeezed out that amount. Okay, and that's what it looks like now. It definitely does have a neutral base, and a little definitely does go a long way. It does feel quite a thick consistency, and it does feel quite sticky, that kind of consistency. So I'm really intrigued actually to try that. Okay, let me just wipe that off. Obviously the proof is how it applies on my eye. And then the next two products, the last two products from the collection that I'm going to be sharing with you today, is the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette. I've picked up Sculpt, sorry, I was going to say it was Sculpt and Glow a shade, Sands of Time, and then I've also picked up Desert Sky. So this is Sands of Time. First of all, absolutely love how that looks there. Oh my goodness, I love how it's got that kind of ripple effect there. Again, really like the packaging. You've got that gold background, clear case, no mirror or anything in here. You're getting a net weight here of £2, of course, 0.07 ounces or 2 grams, 2.0 grams of product. When you turn it over, it gives you Revolution Pro, the shade name, that it's cruelty free and vegan. And then of course you have got the ingredients there. Again, I believe this is £6 or £7. Yeah, and that's all with that one. So I think this one's got tape on it. I haven't opened these. I thought I'd wait for the video, so I'll just peel that off. I've just noticed the tape. Again, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get this off. Is it at the top? Ah, let me just start it at the top. No, I've taken the sticker of the net weight off there. Okay, now the sticker is so well put on here that I cannot get it off. I'm trying my best. There we go. I think I've done it. Have I done it? Oh my goodness, you need... There we go. Oh, sorry about that, but at least you know that's the first time that I've opened it. Okay, that was a little bit tricky, and I've got another one to go through. There we go. So that's what it looks like close up. So again, that's Sands of Time. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Let's swatch it. Wow, it makes your eyes go funny when you look at it. Okay. Ooh. So that's Sands of Time there. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the first one. Wow, was that tricky to get open. Now we've got this one, which is Desert Sky. Let me see if I can open this first. They don't make it easy for you, do they? But it's good, because I suppose if it's in a store, then at least, you know, it can't be tampered with. Ah, that was easy. Okay, so exactly the same packaging, but this one, of course, is Desert Sky. So let me put both of them together and then I'll swatch. So, Sands of Time, this one here looks a little bit more like a dusky rose, and this one has got a slightly pink kind of undertone to it, and then Desert Sky looks more neutral, where you've got the neutral kind of powder, matte powder, and then you've got the kind of peachy kind of highlight. So this one is Sands of Time, this one is Desert Sky. Let me show you them close up so you can get a really good look and see which one that you want, and then together. Okay, so that's those. Let's swatch this one. So the first one, this one is Sands of Time. Let's go for Desert Sky. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, definitely much more like peachy. Ooh, okay, so Desert Sky, Sands of Time. I think I'll get the name right. Yeah. Okay, so this one is much more like a dusky rose. This one is much more peachy and neutral. You can see that there. Okay, so I'm going to now get into the look. So first of all, I'm going to apply the Goddess Glow Primer. Now, like I say, I hardly ever wear primer, but I thought it's going to look nice, isn't it, when you have that like kind of dewy kind of look. In fact, I need my mirror. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this on the face and then I can rub it in. Okay, I think I'll try and use it all. Okay, so I'm just going to rub it in. Carefully, trying not to disturb the brown. Okay. Well, it's definitely given my skin a sheen, like a slight glow. It's definitely given me a little bit of a glow. I didn't put it under the eye, but I think it's because I put moisturiser under my eyes. It's got a beautiful scent to it, and oh my goodness, my skin feels like, oh, so smooth. Oh, that is just beautiful. It feels gorgeous. It feels beautiful, but I don't necessarily feel that it's given me much of a glow. I know under my eyes are glowing because I put moisturiser under there, but my skin, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I'm just going to move the mirror here. I keep leaning to one side. So, not sure about that. But it feels absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the concealer. So the concealer I picked up, like I mentioned, in C3. So now they recommend less is more with this. So I'm only going to pop on a little bit of product. I've put that much product, so let's see. And it is very, you can see the consistency, very kind of sticky. So, oh yeah, Because it's very sticky, I don't feel that I can go like that. I'm having to pat, because what I don't want is it to drag the under eye area. Definitely a little bit does go, I mean, I've used a tiny amount, and a little bit definitely does go a long way. Okay, I do feel that this shade it's nice. It does feel a little bit bright and light. You know, when you don't want to wear too much makeup, I really like my under eye not to be bright. I like it to be the same shade as my foundation. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, it feels like, because I'm now hot, I've shut the door, my hands are quite warm now. I feel like it's making the product more movable on the skin. I mean, I like, it's definitely, I would say, does it state that it's full coverage? Let me have a look. Ultimate coverage, so I suppose ultimate coverage is full coverage, I suppose. I do like it, but I think I'm going to have to see, because I'm now starting to get a little bit hot, which is a good test, I suppose, because what I don't want is, you know, to wear it and then it not work very well in this warm weather. I do feel that it's quite stark under the eye. I do feel like I'm wearing, you know, sunglasses, but I don't know. We'll have to see. These things take time to test out, don't they? Because you know, it's okay when you put them on and say, great, you know, that looks great, but it's actually how does it wear. So in my next video, when I share with you Revolution products, I will let you know. I'm not sure whether to actually set it or not, but I feel that it's quite shiny, so I've got to set it. I don't know, I'm going to have to, I think. So I'm going to be using this, which is the Real Techniques contour brush, which is what I always use to apply this. So I'm now going in with the Revolution Pro Powder Foundation. I've got actually hardly any of this left. I have got a backup, thankfully, because I just love this so much. But this is in the shade C4, which is pink. Now what I can see is that it is settling into the fine lines under my eye, and I don't want to touch it too much because I don't know. Well, I'm just going to have to. That's better. And then go in with the powder foundation. So you can see that's like P4 because it's powder, and that is like C3. So you can see it's way too light. I just don't like that stark. It's also separating because I'm now getting hot. So I'm just gonna see if I can, there, I've rubbed it in a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with the powder again. Okay. I'm going to have to pat it down here. It's separating because I'm getting hot, and my Conceal and Define doesn't do it. I'm now looking quite cakey under the eye, and I look just as lined as I would if I was using Conceal and Define. Now I'm going to use the powder foundation, and I'm going to put that all over my face now. What I do feel is, I don't know, my eyes look, I don't have that many lines under my eyes, but of course I do have lines because my face moves, but I feel actually I've got a lot more lines now and they're more prominent. So obviously I'll give you my thoughts at the end, but that is what I'm seeing at the moment. So So I'm just going to put this all over my face. Now this does look powdery to start with, and then after a while it does, you know, with the natural oils of my face, it does, you know, settle really nicely. But I'm just finding in this heat, I don't want to wear, you know, a full face of makeup. So that is my face. Yeah, you can see my natural kind of, I don't know, you know, marks on my face. My tone is not completely flat on my face, but you know, I don't want to necessarily get rid of all of that, because you know, this is just a powder foundation. It's not going to give you, you know, full coverage, but it just gives me something. Okay, so I really so far like that. I don't know about the under eyes yet. So now I'm going to go in with, I don't think I need to have a look at anything else. I think actually I'm going to do the face. So I'm going to do the Sculpt, we'll use the Sculpt and Glow. I think I'm going to go in with this one, which is Sands of Time, because the new neutral eyeshadow palette is a little bit pinky. Or should I go peachy? Let me just have a look at the palette, because I'm wearing a peach top, aren't I? So I might want to go peachy. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to go peachy today. Yeah, do something a little bit different. So Sands of Time to one side. I'm going to go in with Desert Sky, which has that much more peach highlight and that more of a neutral kind of powder. So let me get my NYX fan brush. Okay, and I'm going to go into this side first of all and see what that does. Okay, I'm really pleased about the fact that I've used it and it hasn't taken away that beautiful pattern on there. Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, because usually when something looks that neutral, but it's given me a real warmth to the face. I absolutely love this shade. Okay, it also feels really smooth on the skin, whether or not that's because of the primer, I don't know, but I mean the primer felt divine. Okay, so I'm just going to just warm up the cheek area, and I'm going to use this for blush as well. I haven't actually worn blush for a little while. Again, you know, during these summer months, I just don't feel that I need to use all of these products. Tapping is just me tapping into the product. Now I'm just going to pop some, I really like bronzer at the moment on my bridge of my nose, because it just makes me look sun-kissed. So again, I'm just popping, just warming up the face, really, adding a little bit of colour to it. Oh, I love this. This is a beautiful colour. So I usually, in the summer months, I go up, so that way, so it makes me look like I've caught the sun, but obviously I haven't, because I would never do that. I'm just blending it a little bit with the brush that I use for the foundation. Okay, so that is the base applied. I'm just going to put my brush in there, and then I'm going to get this brush, which is my Flex brush. In the sale recently, I don't know if the revolutionbeauty.com sale is still ongoing, but this was £3. Amazing brush. So basically I've used that powder, and I'm now going in with that highlight again from Desert Sky. this looks beautiful, peachy. Oh, it looks like silk. Right, this side I think. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, that is just beautiful. That is a gorgeous shade. I mean, oh, stunning. Okay. I usually go for pink, but I mean this peach, that is just stunning, and it works so well with the actual powder. Okay, I want a little bit more on. Oh, that is gorgeous. Little on the nose. That is just stunning. Okay. Love that. Now for the eyes. So I've completed the whole of the face now, or the base I should say. So now I'm going to go in with the Revolution Pro New Neutrals palette. I was blown away by this. Not only do I love the packaging, oh, I just loved it when I first tested this out on my channel. It's just beautiful. It's quite heavy, it feels weighty. This is a little bit more expensive palette price wise, and obviously, like I say, all prices and links will be down below, but it really does warrant it. I mean, oh, oops. I mean, that is just divine. You've got 2 glitters in there. I'll link that video as well down below, because I swatch all of the shades in that video. Right, so have I got an eyeshadow brush? Just get a brush. So I thought I had a brush and it wasn't, it was an old one. There we go. This is the beauty of having everything in one room. If I forget something, I've got it. Okay, so this is obviously my Primark eye contour brush. I'm going in with Delight because it's peachy. That one there. The whole collection really does feel so much more expensive. Now the only other thing that I've done is I've primed my eye. That's actually still Revolution Pro. It's the Eye Elements. I've already applied that because I used it to carve out my brow. So let's pop this on. I thought, oh no, it's the only one that's not Revolution Pro, but it is. I love Revolution Pro as a brand. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous products. Now again, I don't want to go too heavy on the eye because of course, you know, I haven't gone too heavy with the foundation, so I want to match that on the eye. I just don't feel that I need it at the moment with this warm weather. But yesterday, obviously it was Sunday, and I didn't wear any concealer whatsoever. It was so warm here that I just put the powder. I had to go out somewhere, and I just put the powder foundation everywhere, and it worked. You know, it was just enough coverage to cover up what I don't want to be seen, but I just felt that I was, you know, well put together. Okay, so that's the first shade applied, which is of course Delight. So now what I want to do is, what shall I go in with? Shall I go in with Whisper, which is this one here, that one there. So I'll just go into that. Like I say, it's only going to be a light look. Nothing too glam. That's actually what I really like about this palette. It is very, very wearable for everyday use. I mean, obviously you can use the deeper shades, but it's really nice to come across a palette that, you know, is daytime appropriate. A lot of palettes that I test out are, you know, they have such great pigment, which is great, but there's no shades in there that I can create, you know, a nice summer day look. If you go to the beach, you don't want to wear too much makeup, do you? I'm going to put that shade Whisper underneath the eye. I have got to go out somewhere this afternoon. Now that looks much peachier, that shade Whisper, than it does in the palette. It looks such a neutral shade, but on the eye it really does look peachy. I'm going to go now into Rumour, which is this one here, Rumour. Again, just a neutral shade, and this is, I think, why we're all loving this palette. It's so wearable, isn't it? So just deepening that crease a little bit, but not too much, you know. Blends out beautifully. Perfect. Again, I'm just going to pop a little bit of that underneath the eye for a little bit more definition. Like that. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of Majestic, which is this purple shade there. Right into the crease here. Now there's no really deep shades in here. This is why I say that it's a, you know, a daytime appropriate palette. And I think I'm going to use that shade just right on the outer part of the eye here. Like that. I find it very difficult to give myself a daytime appropriate look without, you know, going too far, but this palette will give it to you because, like I say, there's no really deep toned shades. So that is the look so far. Now of course I want to add a little bit of shimmer. I think I'm going to use Jazz It Up. I used Magic in my first look. Beautiful, so intense. So I'm going to use Jazz It Up, which is this one, and it looks, again, the mirror's there, I hope you can see it, it's like, I don't know, all different kind of shades in there. So I'm going to try that one today. Comes off like that. Perfect. It's perfect for that fresh faced kind of look that I am wanting at the moment. A little bit more Majestic on the outer lid. Okay, now have I got, I think I've forgotten another brush. I'm going to use this pencil brush. You can't get it any longer, but it's just a pencil brush. Any pencil brush will do. I've got so many brushes washing down. Oh, they've been washed. Oh, that is stunning, that shade. I'm using the same shade, Jazz It Up, on the inner corner. I can't make my mind up. Is it pink or is it peachy? It's also got some very minute glitter in there. So beautiful, stunning. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow. Now what I want is a little bit of mascara. I'm not going to apply eyeliner because I want it to be very light and airy kind of look. So of course the mascara, this is going to be the only Revolution product, but it is the Revolution, the Mascara Revolution. Obviously these are still Revolution products, but they're Revolution Pro, and this is the only true Revolution product. So I'm just going to apply this. Once I've done this, I'll just go through the products and then give you my thoughts on those. Okay, so that's the eyes done. Now for the lips. Shall I go in with, I'm just absolutely obsessed with velvet at the moment, so I'm not sure, do I want to wear that one or do I want to wear, not stripped, cashmere? Yeah, I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Velvet. I'll just give you a little bit of a swatch. The video that I filmed on Friday, lip swatched all 5 of the new neutral lipsticks that I've got. Beautiful rose pink lip shade. Okay, I'm just wiping off the swatches. Where is it? I did have a brush here. No, it's gone. Where's the lipstick? That's better. I just needed to get into the corner a little bit. Okay, so that is Velvet lipstick. I'm just going to, my eyes are looking a little bit hooded and a little bit tired. I was up last night, most of the night with Winston. He had an operation on Friday and it's a little bit tricky with him at the moment, but yes, so I was up quite a lot last night. But anyway, that is all of my makeup now applied. So I'm going to give you my thoughts. Let me just move my mirror. So you will already know my thoughts about the eyeshadow palette. I've done a whole video on that, as well as the lipsticks. I can't rate them enough. If I was you, I would certainly go out and grab those. They are just amazing products. But what I wanted to focus on today was the brand new products. So first of all, the Goddess Glow Primer. I'm not a big fan usually of primers, and I often think to myself, you know, do they really add anything? Should I bother? I must admit that I'm really pleased with this one. Not only did it feel really, I mean, my skin felt absolutely beautiful when after I applied it. I'm just going to turn my mirror around. It's blinding me. Yeah, I really like the effect on the skin. It feels beautiful. It feels like, you know, that feeling when you apply powder to your body after a bath or shower, and it gives you that real smoothness, and it feels just beautiful. That's how my face felt after I applied this. So smooth, silky, stunning, and it gave me that little sheen. I was expecting it to give me more of a sheen, I must say, and the way, I don't know, let me just read the back again. An instant boost due to that dewy highlighting effect it provides. I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more I suppose from looking at it, it didn't give me as much of a glow as what I thought it would do, but I really, really love it, and the feel that it gave my skin. My makeup looks beautiful, my skin looks great, so I suppose, you know, I have to put it down to this product. It gave me a beautiful base to start with. So yeah, really, really love this. I would certainly rate it, I would think 4.5 out of 5. The only reason I'm not giving it that extra half is because I really expected it to give me a little bit more of a sheen. I didn't think that it gave me too much of a sheen. Perhaps when I watch this back I will say, oh Samantha, it has, but I don't know. On first impression I thought it would give me more, especially because they released it in the summer. Next, moving on to the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer. It looks like this, of course, it was that one. I'm just going to look under my eye again. It's really creased under there. I suppose not really creased. Let me get the mirror again. It's creased, basically. I suppose, yeah, not really creased because it looks as creased as when I apply the Conceal and Define. I mean, it's given me a beautiful highlighted effect. I really like it. I must admit, C3, if you are C4, usually C3 will work okay for you, but I think that's because I added the powder over the top. I think with C3 on its own it's going to be too stark. I do not like that really stark white under eye that makes me look like I have been out in the sun and I've worn sunglasses. I don't like that. I like my face to be one tone, and I do find my under eye area is a concern for me, so if I really highlight it, it actually makes that area looks worse than it did, if you know what I mean. So yes, I like it, but I don't know, I may as well use Conceal and Define, and it's half the price. So this for me is, I don't know, it's not a winner. I'm not even going to rate it because I'm just not that happy with it. You know, for it to be a crease proof concealer, it's still creased, I can still see lines, it just, I don't know. Am I ever going to find a crease proof concealer, one that you know, gives me the under eye that I really want? Yes, I found it in the Conceal and Define, but it still creases a little bit. This gives you the coverage, you hardly need to use anything, so I suppose there is a plus point for it. But I think you have to have nothing, you know, your under eye has to be perfect to use these concealers. And even though I've set it, and I've set it with powder, it's still creased. So yeah, not altogether, excuse me, happy with that product. The next, because obviously it's not doing what it says on the tin, next product was this, which is the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow, and you get in here obviously a bronzer and a highlight. Love it. I use this one, of course, obsessed. I love the fact that it's given me a sheen that doesn't look like it, again, it's really stark. I'm not about that. I like my highlight to be a lit from within kind of thing, and it's given me a glow, and I don't feel caked in makeup, which is, you know, something that I don't want to be at this time of year. I want to look like you know, a bronzed goddess rather than someone who has put on too much makeup. It's only going to slide off me at this point, because I mean, if we get more heat like yesterday, yes, it wasn't pleasant, and even with just a tiny bit of makeup I felt that that was too much. So yeah, really love how this looks on the skin. It bronzed my face, it also gave me a glow. Again, I don't really feel the need to wear a lot of contour at the moment because I just want to look bronzed and glowy. So yeah, these are an absolute winner, and these are definitely a 5 out of 5, especially the one that I used, which was Desert Sky. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll just give you a close-up of my face. So that is my Get Ready With Me, using all of the new neutral products. I feel without the eyeliner I do feel a little bit underdressed, but I suppose that is the look that I'm going for at the moment. I just don't want too much makeup on. I'm obsessed with this lip shade as well. Stunning. I would love to hear your thoughts about each of these products, even the eyeshadow and of course the lipsticks. Even though I wanted to focus on the new products, it's about the whole range, but I haven't gone into rating these because I've already rated these 2 products on my original videos, which will be linked down below. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear which products you've picked up, which are your favourites. Like I say, I do feel a little bit worse for wear this morning because of being up most of the night with Winston. Like I say, he's had an operation, he's got stitches, he's getting over it, and he's doing actually very, very well. But I thought I would just mention it. If anybody says you're looking tired, I know I'm looking tired. I spent most of last night up with him, looking after him. So I think even though I'm looking a little bit tired and feeling a little bit worse for wear, you know, my skin looks amazing. So yeah, love it. Absolutely love this range. And Revolution Pro needs to bring out more ranges because I just love the range as a whole. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and of course if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. I would love it for you to join the friendship circle, and of course I will be back tomorrow with a brand new video for you. So do please subscribe to make sure that you don't miss that, and obviously future videos. But until tomorrow, I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.